Multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. To multiply two mixed numbers, first you need to turn them into fractions. So here we have two mixed numbers. So first let's just turn this one into a mixed number. 3 times 4, 12, plus 1 is 13 over 4, and 2 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 2. If you multiply these two, 9 times 13 is 117, and 4 times 2 is 8. If you divide 117 by 8, you get 14, and the remainder is 5. So the answer is 14, 5 over 8. Let's take a look at the next one. Again, it's a multiplication of two mixed numbers. The denominators are the same. We don't change them. So 1 times 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 over 3 is the same thing as 1, 1/3. 2 times 6, 12 plus 1 is 13. Now multiply the numerator. Here, before multiplying, you can also simplify it. You can divide the denominator. This 6 by 2, it is 3. And 4 by 2 is 2. Now, if you multiply these two, 2 times 13 is 26. And 3 times 3 is 9. If you didn't simplify it, you could get 4 times 13, 52 over 18. 52 over 18 is the same thing as 26 over 9. Now, if you turn these two into a mixed number, 26 divided by 9, it is 2, and the remainder is 8. So the final answer is 2, 8 over 9. Let's take a look at the next example. Do the same thing. We need to have two new fractions. The denominators are the same. It's 4 times 5, 20 plus 3 is 23. Times 3 times 3, 9 plus 2 is 11. Now, you just need to multiply these two. If you multiply 23 by 11, the answer is, just use your calculator, 23 times 11, the answer is 253. 253 is the numerator, 253 divided by 5 times 3 is 15. Now, to turn this one into a mixed number, we need to turn it into a mixed number because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So just divide 253 by 15. 253 divided by 15, the answer is 16. 16 is the whole number, and so just write 16, the whole number, and the remainder is 13. 13 over 15 is the answer. So 253 over 15 is the same thing as 16, 13 over 15. Let's take a look at division. For division, for dividing two mixed numbers, again, we need to turn them into fractions. So let's just turn these two into fractions. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 over 3. And 2 times 7, 14 plus 1 is 15. 15 over 7. Now for dividing two fractions, use the method keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, it is 10 over 3. Change the sign to multiplication and flip. It is 7 over 15. So the answer is 10 times 7, it is 70. And 3 times 15 is 45. Now 70 over 45 is the answer, but you can simplify this fraction. You can divide both by 5. So if you divide these two by 5, just write it here. 70 divided by 5, it is 14. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. So if you turn it into a mixed number, if you divide 14 by 9, you get 1. And the remainder is 5 over 9. Let's take a look at the next example here. again, we need to divide, we need to turn them into fractions. 4 times 4, 16 plus 1 is 17 over 4. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1 is 7 over 3. So again, keep the first fraction, 17 over 4. Change the sign to multiplication and flip 3 over 7. If you multiply these two, 3 times 17, it is 51 over, and 4 times 7 is 28. Now the answer, if you divide these two, 51 divided by 28, the whole number is 1. The whole number is 1, and the remainder from 28 to 51, it is 23. And we don't change the denominator. The denominator is the same. So 123 over 28 is the answer. Next one, change them into fractions. It is 13 over 2. 13 over 2. 13 over 2 divided by 22, because 4 times 5 plus 2 is 22, divided by 5. Now two fractions. Keep the first one, 13 over 2, times the next one is, flip the next one, is 5 over 22. So 13 times 5, if you multiply, you get 65. Just write it here down. 2 times 22 is 44. So if you divide 65 by 44, the whole number is 1, and the remainder is 21. And we don't change the denominator. The final answer is 121 over 44.